Hey, Happy New Year to everyone. We've not seen this year. If you have not seen, thank you so much for joining the live. Let's go ahead and share the videos. In today's video, we're going to be having 6 good methods of how we can get into braiding. If you're here and you have passion to braid and you don't know how to go about it, you're in the right place. My name is Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair. As you're joining, let's begin to share the video so that we can get other people in. Let me share from here. Let me set everything up and make sure that every sounds and we can hear what I'm saying. I'm sharing from here. Share the video, please. Let's go ahead and start. Thank you so much for joining. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. In this class, what we do is to teach her how to braid. Thank you so much, everywhere. Marathon, you're welcome. Becca, you're welcome. Love it, you're welcome. Let's begin to share the live. Mark, love it, you're welcome. Pius, Osaro, you're welcome. Mama, you're welcome. Adetutu, you're welcome. As you're joining, let me begin to give some shout out while I'm brushing this hair. Hal, Muhammad, you're welcome. Linda, Justina, you're welcome. Abby, you're welcome. If I've not mentioned your name, just give another comment. Mazen, you're welcome. Simon, you're welcome. Ramatsu, just join, you're welcome to the live. If I'm not mention your name, just test again and I'm going to mention your name. Thank you so much. This is the extension that we're going to be using today. Queen Love, you're welcome to the live. Share the live, please. Thank you so much. And as you're joining, let's begin to tap. 3 things that I'm going to do. Tap, 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 tap. Share the live. Thank you so much for joining and God bless you all. Let's give this cheers to those that are supporting us. You're welcome. Medi, Tia, you're welcome. Lantana, you're welcome. Girl Gemma, you're welcome. Mary Grift, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Let's share the live as we're going to start our tutorial this morning. So if you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. Ernest, Tino, you're welcome. Halimo, you're welcome. Alexandra P, you're welcome. Love it, like the video. Thank you so much, love it. God bless you. Just go ahead and like the video. Let's bring more people in. Keep tapping, tap, 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 tap. Let's bring 3 things you have to do for me. Share the video, like the video, and help us to meet our need. Go onto the gallery and see what we need to meet up. Please go ahead and do that. God bless you for doing that. So we are going to start. I'm going to be showing you Sis Mame, you're welcome. We're going to be showing you Sis Rahamet Akan, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Bongos Sheila, you're welcome. She's just a champion. You're welcome. Everyone, you're welcome to this live. Canvana, you're welcome. Louis Spanning, you're welcome. Fibiola, you're welcome. Peter EJ, you're welcome. Please, as we come in, just begin to share the live, please. Thank you so much and God bless you. So in today's video, we're going to be doing 6 good methods of how you can get into braiding. See, this is the extension we're going to be using. Chrissy, you're welcome. Thank you, everyone. This is the extension we're going to be using today. So now let me just put it on one side. So this is the hair we're working with. We train online here with the mannequin, but once in a while I bring in clients for us to see the practical things we've been doing on the mannequin, how it goes on the hair. So now, Madam P, you're welcome. Please share the video, share the video. We're about 12 of us. Share the video. Thank you so much and God bless you. So now, this is the hair we are going to be working with. I'm going to comb this hair out. I've already highlighted this hair horizontally, right? So the only thing we're going to do now, let me adjust this mannequin. I think, is it okay like that? Can you see it? Yeah, I think it's okay like this. Let me just leave it. It's just for my own good. Let me bring it down a bit so that I can be able to balance when I'm doing the hair. Thank you for joining. Share the live as you join and like the live, please. So now we are going to be doing 6 methods of how you can install your extension. Most people here, they know how to braid, right? But they don't know how to install the extension, which is the most important thing. Why do we install extension? We want our braids to last longer. You want to have the hair between 4 to 8 weeks. That's why you install extension into your hair. And another way, the reason why we install extension is, for instance, you want to have a different colors on your hair, and at the end of the day, you don't want to be styling your hair all the time. Just go ahead and get extension of the color, desired color you want. Then you go ahead and install it. This is the second reason why we install extension. And the third reason we install extension is that you want your hair to be lengthy. Let's say I have a short hair now and I want it to be long. Extension will do the work for you. There's no crime in using extension. It's really good to use extension. That is the reason why we need to learn how to install the extension to make it longer, or to have our colors on our hair, or to just add it to the hair so that it will last longer for us. Right, so we'll go ahead and start this live now. I'm going to be sectioning this hair. We've already sectioned this hair horizontally. Then I'm going to go vertically now and section the portion we're going to work with. Now, on this live, I teach 6 different methods of how you can install your extension. Yes, so that's 6 methods that we teach. I'm going to show you all you will require to do this hair. The 6 methods we teach, we do 3 methods that are related to the rubber band method. Then I teach 3 methods that are related to natural and traditional method. Please, let's go ahead and tap. The more we tap, it's going to make us feel the system as if we are not idle. I'm not seeing the love icon. Let somebody volunteer, please. The people, we are about 40 something off. Take your phone as you're watching me. Just go ahead and tap. Because if not, they're going to restrict us our life. Please do that for us. And God bless you all. This goes to everyone that is tapping. So now, the 6 method we need, all we need to work with, if you're coming to my class, we need the rubber band, which is the tiny bit of rubber band that you can see me showing you. You need your crochet pin. This is the crochet pin. Then we need your clips. This is the clips. You need your tail comb. This is the tail comb. And you need all your clips as well. This one as well. So when you have it, the other thing you need now is your extension. Thank you so much for joining. This is the extension you're going to be working with. And another thing you need is your training head. If you're joining me for the first time and you want to learn how to make hair, the best thing to do is to get a mannequin training head for yourself, because you need to manipulate all your manipulations on the mannequin training head before you become a professional. If you're using your child or your daughter to learn how to do hair, when you get to know that hair, they will not want you to touch their hair, because the process of you learning with that hair, it has made it so painful for them. So when you know how to do it, they don't want you to touch their hair. So that is the one advantage of getting a training mannequin head. So now let's go ahead. The first method I'm going to be teaching you online today. If you're seeing me for the first time, you're highly welcome. In this class, you're so friendly. But the only thing is that when you just join, if you're giving any comments or anything, make sure it's something related to what we're doing. So let's go ahead and start. So now this is the hair we're going to be working with. At the end of the day, I'm combing this hair. So you go ahead and do what? Comb the hair out. So when you comb the hair out, the next step you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and get your, well, the first one we're doing is rubber band method using the crochet pin. Rubber band method using the crochet pin. So you're going to go ahead, get your rubber band. Can you see it? You get the rubber band that you're going to be using. This is a tiny bit of rubber band, as you can see me. Hi, Lassie. Hello, Lassie. How are you doing? Thank you so much for giving comments. Please, if you're watching me on this different platform, try and ask questions, give a comment, or say whatever you observe that will be helpful to our tutorial classes. Thank you so much. So now, this is it. So we are doing the first method we are going to be teaching online today is the rubber band method using the crochet pin. So now this is my rubber band. Yes, thank you so much. Who are you using rubber band? Yes, why am I using rubber band? Because I'm teaching different, because this class is a beginner friendly class. Most people don't know how to attach extension into the hair. So we teach as a beginner, to make it easier for them, we teach different good methods of how you can install. So this first 3 method I'm doing is I'm using rubber band. Then the other 3 method I'm going to be doing is using the natural and traditional method of how to install the hair to do that. So yes, you understand it, because the class is a friendly beginner class. So at this point, we section the hair already. Then you go ahead and get your rubber band. Look at it. For the beginners, we'll do the first 3 methods that is helpful for you to get in. They will not get into the natural and traditional method. Just watch me as I do it. So now you're going to secure this hair with your rubber band. This first method I'm teaching you is a method whereby you use the crochet pin to install the first half of the extension. Then later on, you take it on and you start braiding. If you're here and you find it very difficult to use the natural and traditional method of how to add extension to the braid, the best thing to do is to go ahead and do what? And use this rubber band method to start with. It's going to help help you to go a long way. All it will do is that it will help you to start mastering how to braid and make you become faster in your braiding, so that at the end of the day, you will not just be there waiting until you know how to install the hair naturally. So now at this point, you're going to split this hair. You're going to split this hair. When you split this hair into two, you're going to split it like this, pull it on both sides. So when you pull it on both sides, it's secured already. The next step you're going to do now is to go ahead and get your crochet pin. This is the crochet pin. So when you go ahead and get the crochet pin, you're going to insert the crochet pin. You insert the crochet pin from the top. So go ahead and insert the crochet pin from the top. So when you insert the crochet pin from the top, it's going to go in. So the next step you're going to do, I'm having my clip. Now, because you've inserted the crochet pin, it's moving on your way. So you're going to go ahead, get a clip and hold on to this hair this way so that it will not distract you. The next step you're going to take now, go ahead and get your extension. This is the extension. Any extension can do. Any of the extension can do. So now with this extension, I'm going to be using medium, which is the size I'm going to be using. You can decide to use micro extension. You can decide to use large extension. You can decide to use mini extension. It doesn't really matter. On this live, I'm going to be teaching you with the medium. And one thing I have to notify is that when you're doing braids, make sure that all the extension you're taking are the same sizes. Don't go and take one micro, the next one mini, then the other one jumbo. No, make sure that if you're taking medium, let all the extensions be medium. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to be sectioning this hair into ratio 2:1, meaning that the extension is going to be ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on the left hand. So what you're going to do with this one you have on the left hand, you go ahead and do what? Bring it to this point. So now, when you bring it to that point, you're going to go ahead and take this extension that is smaller part of it, go ahead and create a loop like this. So when you create a loop, let's share the video, begin to like the video. Thank you so much for doing that. God bless you. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have not followed the channel, go ahead and follow the channel. If you're not liking the channel, please go ahead and do that, because we need that to go ahead with this live. So now you're going to create that loop. When you create the loop, go ahead and put the loop right there. So you go ahead and insert it, close it, because the crochet pin has a latch. Pull this hair. So while you're pulling the hair, don't over pull it, because when you over pull it, it's going to go off. Remove your crochet pin. The next step you're going to do, take your left hand. This is my left hand. Grab one of the extension here. Then you pull with the other hand. You see it? When you pull it with the other hand, the next step you're going to do, you're going to release the clip. When you release it, open this one. Push it to the other side. The reason why we're doing this is that because when you pull it on this side, the reason why we're doing this is that at the end of the day, because you've inserted a crochet pin under, at the end of the day, it has loosened up the root of the hair. You want it to be secured, right? You now pull it a little to look like this. Let's share the video, please. Let's share the video. Thank you so much for doing that. The next step you're going to take, go ahead and get the extension that is 2 times bigger than the one that you have. Then you go ahead and do what? Bring it to this point. Hold it on your left hand. When you hold this on your left hand, you're going to go ahead and take this one, place it on top of it. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Take the middle of this, place it on top. So when you place it on top, the next step you're going to do, this one is not smooth. Let's smoothen up the extension. Make sure they are on the same level. Look at it. Making sure they're on the same level. Then you go ahead and do what? Place it on this point. So when you place it on this point, the next level you're going to take on this is that you're going to go ahead. If you're using a right hand, you're going to start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, you're going to go ahead and start with your left hand. Because as I'm teaching you, I'm a right-handed person. I'm going to start this braid with my right hand. Take this one from the right hand and bring it into your left. Then you now grab this one in the middle, push it to your right hand, secure it with your thumb and your index finger. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right hand, right? Then you start braiding. Then you see how simple this method could be. Can you see it? Don't wait until it takes 15 minutes to start one braid. Yes, because it's a beginner's class. Don't worry about that. It takes 15 minutes because it's a beginner's class. Embrace. It's a beginner's class. If you, yes, it's a beginner's class. So I'm teaching those that doesn't know how to braid to know how to braid. So if you know how to braid, you can look for another section and go in. Don't ask questions that will distract other people, right? So now at the end of the day, just go ahead, because when we're doing a rubber band method, the natural hair is always in the middle. Go ahead for this point. Don't worry about, at this point, do not worry about the hair in the middle. Just use your extensions to cover the hair in the middle. Then you start on and start braiding. Can you see it? You go ahead and start braiding. So when you get to that point where you know how to braid, what you're going to do is that you're going to be splitting this natural hair into other extension. This class, she's explaining as she goes. Thank you so much for that. Fits, and thank you so much. Don't worry. Most people, they are very in a hurry. That's why they have problem. If you're too in a haste in life, just watch yourself. So at the end of the day, you just go ahead and do what? Start braiding this hair out. So if you're joining me for the first time, this method we are doing is a method whereby it's a rubber band method using the crochet pin to insert the first one, then you start braiding the hair. Because I'm going to show you 3 good methods that you can use in doing this. At the end of the day, if you find out that the extensions is not covering the natural hair, go ahead and adjust it. Let the extensions cover the natural hair. The reason is that it will make your braid last longer. Don't let your hair be showing on the braid. Now we are using a brown shaded color. At the end of the day, the hair we are using is like a brown, a wine niche red. So at the end of the day, you're not seeing this brown on top of it, meaning that you're using your extensions to cover the natural hair. It's called tucking in your extensions. Thank you so much, and God bless you. If you're here, please support the live. Let's share the live. Support the live goals, share the live, and let's go ahead and do what we're doing. So, and this point, let me keep braiding until I finish braiding this. Then I'll show you another methods that are related to what we're doing. So now at this point, I'm going to braid it to the point whereby it's almost finished. So it will make your hair last longer if you're using your extension to hide your natural hair, and it will make your braid look more prepared. How do you make it secure at the end of it? Okay. When you make it secure at the end of it, is that it depends on what you're doing. Like, because I teach in the class right here, I don't finish all the braids because we are saving time. But if you're doing it on your own, you make sure you finish the braid. I normally teach 6 different methods of how you can secure the end of this thing. You rather put it in the hot water. Thank you so much, Fixing. God bless you for that. Thank you, and God bless you for that. So if at the end of the day, you can put it in hot water. You have different type of method you use in securing the end of this braid. Either you dip it in hot water or you make it coily. You use your threads to make it coily. So I have a video I've already sent how to end the tips of the hair when you finish your braids. But at this point, I'm not going to be teaching this at this point until we finish learning with all this hair. When this hair is fully braided, then I'll now go ahead and teach you different methods of how you can secure the end of the braid. But at this point, all you can do is use hot water. When you finish the hair of your braid, boil your hot water, bring your bowl and the towel, and you dip it at the end. So it's going to secure the tip. I didn't finish it now because if I decide to finish the braid, it's going to take us much time because I'm just teaching you how to install the braid. So let's go ahead. This first method that we have done now is a method using the crochet pin. For those that have not seen the crochet pin, yes, this is what the crochet pin is. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have not shared, share the video, like the video, and let's go ahead to do that. Thank you so much for everyone supporting, and God bless you for that. So now we are going to be going into the next method. The first method is crochet pin and rubber band method using the crochet pin. And the next method is rubber band method without the crochet pin. If you don't have the crochet pin, you can still do this method. Reason why we are doing all these protocols is for those people that don't know how to braid at all, how to install extension. Rather for you to be waiting that, okay, when I secure it, I don't know how to use the natural and traditional method. Just quickly go ahead and use all this rubber band method. It will help you to get into braiding as quick as possible. So now we have this one. The next one I'm going to do, and always make sure you comb the hair. When you take up your braid, don't insert braid extension on the hair that is not properly brushed or combed. The reason is that it's going to break that hair. You don't want you to be losing your hair when you're doing braids. Braid is a protective style that will keep your hair growing long. But then if you don't do it in the right way, you will end up losing your hair. So at the end of the day, now, even the mannequin I'm using, look at it, is tangled. Make sure you detangle it, comb it very well before you install extension into the hair. So with this method, is the second method related to the rubber band method. We are going to be splitting this hair into two. Now that I've highlighted this hair this way, the next step I'm going to do, I'm going to split this hair into two. These methods are very, very useful. Even for those that find it very difficult, some people, their scalp are so tenderly that when you try to secure the extension naturally, it's going to pain them. So try and use the rubber band method if you want to. So now you're going to get the extension. Let me go ahead and get this extension. The size of my extension is a medium I'm using. My medium extension might not be your medium extension. Yes, note that. If I decide to choose this size as my medium, don't say, okay, this is the size of the medium. Your medium might be slightly bigger than this. It doesn't really matter. But all that matters is that when you take up your extension, make sure that the extension is the same size to when you started and to when you finish your braid, so that all the braids will look the same size. That is all you have to note when you're doing this. So at the end of the day, I'm going to split this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that I'm going to split this hair into two. One side will be smaller and the other side will be 2 times bigger. The one that is 2 times bigger, take this and put it on one side. Just look for a place and place it. We're coming back to that. Then the one that is smaller, that is on your right hand, take it and make sure you level them to be on the same level. Tap the screen. Thank you so much. God bless you. Make sure you level them to be on the same level. When it's on the same level, you just place it right in the middle. Can you see it? When you place it right in the middle, then you now grab your rubber band. This rubber band, you can decide to use one to do it, but at the end of the day, when I'm teaching online, I double this rubber band. The reason why I double the rubber band is that I don't want it to snap. But if you feel that one is okay for you, go ahead and try and use that one. So now you're going to do what? While this hair is in the middle, can everybody see it? Then you're going to clap it together, close it. When you close it, use your rubber band to secure it. Now the half of the hair, the smaller part of the hair is in the middle. The first one we did, we used the crochet pin to insert it. Then this said, should you oil the rubber band? Yes, if you want to oil the rubber band, go ahead and oil the rubber band. But for me, I don't. If you want to do that, go ahead and oil it. Because most people say when you oil the rubber band, it's easier for you to get it out. So you can dip it into oil if you want to do that. Absolutely okay. It's not judgmental about it. Just go ahead. Whatever that pleases you, as far as you know the method, go ahead and do this. So now I'm going to secure this the hair with the rubber band in the middle. So most people will be saying, oh, is the rubber band not going to cut your hair? No, it depends. When you're taking this hair off, you gradually take the braids off as normal, the way you take your braid off. When you come to the you just snap it here and remove it. That is it. So now that we have secured this with the rubber band, go ahead and open this. So you just go ahead and do what? Push it on both sides, not too tight, because the more you pull this hair on both sides, the tighter it becomes on the scalp. Why are we using this rubber band method? It's for those that doesn't know how to secure this hair using the natural and traditional method. At the end of the day, this method is good for the beginners. If you're watching me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account, so that when I come live, you'll be able to get a notification that I'm live, then you can join the class. So now, bring down the hair. So when it comes to this point, you're halfway through to your braiding. So go ahead and grab the other extension. Look at it. The other extension that is 2 times bigger, go ahead and grab it. Thank you so much and God bless you. Good morning. So you go ahead and grab the other extensions that is 2 times bigger. What are you going to do on this point? Then you go ahead. This is my left hand. When you're starting a braid as a beginner, this is the left hand. Your location, ma. I'm in Manchester, United Kingdom. So now you're going to go ahead and take your left hand. This is my left hand and this is my right hand. Grab your other extension with your right hand. Then you go ahead and hold this one with your left hand. Let me not block the scene so that you can be able to see what I'm doing. I'll move this one to this side. So when you hold this hair with your thumb and index finger on your left hand, go ahead and place the middle of this hair right here in the middle. Secure it with your thumb and index finger. This method are easy method of how you can get into braiding. No hassle. So the next step you're going to do, go ahead and do what? Take this one. If you're a right-handed person, this is my right hand. You're going to start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, go straight and don't waste time. Start with your left hand. And with this method, you notice that the natural hair are always in the middle, right? Because it's a rubber band method. Don't worry, we're moving gradually to getting into the natural and traditional method. All you have to do is that go ahead and start your braid. If you're a right-handed person, take this one from the right hand, bring it in, look at it, into the left hand. You can support it with any of your fingers. Then you grab this one in the middle, push it to your right, secure it with your thumb and index finger on your right. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right. When you bring it into your right, that is it. You started braiding the hair already. Do you see how simple this method could be? So don't start wasting time if you don't know how to do the natural and traditional method. Go ahead and start using this method. When you use this method, it's going to help you to get into braiding. But all I have to tell you online is that when you're doing this method, because you have the natural hair here in the middle, can you flip your camera so it shows on the right side? Right. Oh, if I flip the camera, it's not going to be showing on the right side because it's a front camera. It's a front camera, don't worry. That's why I used to mention the hand. If I flip the camera now, it's going to be showing the background where I am. So don't worry. If you see that it's not showing the right hand, it's just that if I flip the camera, yes, if I flip the camera, it's going to be showing the background, not my hand. So the only thing, that's why I explained, this is my right hand. So when you're doing it, you know the right hand to use. Okay, that is fine. Thank you so much for that. Yes. For your observation. Let's keep tapping, please. Let's move this like to 10K like. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have not followed, follow the channel so that when I come up live, you'll be able to get notification. So now, all I'm going to tell you when you're doing this method, use your extension to cover the natural hair. All it has to do is that it will help the hair to become very neat and more professional when you're doing it. And it will make your braid last longer. As a beginner, if you follow these rules, when you do your braid, you find out that, oh, the braid is so nice. They will not know that you're a beginner. You're just a beginner. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to be braiding this hair down. So by the time you get into braiding, and you know how to braid and secure the braid very well, you can now decide to split your natural hair into other hair. So, but now because you're practicing as a beginner, you go ahead and just do it this way. I don't want you to start complaining in the process of trying to split the natural hair, all the hair unraveled. Thank you so much and God bless you all. For those that are helping us to meet our goals, thank you and God bless you. If you're just here on the For You page and you don't want to come into the class, go ahead and come into the class. Ask me the questions you have to ask me. I'm going to answer it. So now, let me braid it. You see the reason why I don't braid it, I don't finish braiding there. Good afternoon, my lovely sister. And for all your effort. Oh, thank you so much, Princess. God bless you. Thank you so much. I know this life have helped a lot of people. Do you know how many mothers are sending me pictures of what they've done? Now they can do their kids' hair, which is very, very okay for me. I'm so glad they can do their kids' hair. Most of the holidays, I can show you some of the pictures that are going on. Most of the mothers have just showed me, oh, this is what I've done. Can you see it? Now, this is the rubber band method. Now the rubber band is hidden under the braids. You see how neat and everything the braid is. So this is the second method related to the rubber band method. Now we are going to move into the third method that is related to the rubber band method. As a new beginner, use this method before we now start learning, because most people, that's lovely. Thank you so much and God bless you for that. Thank you so much. God bless you. So now we are going to move straight into the third method, that is That third method, you don't need to put the rubber band. You don't need the crochet pin. So for those of us watching that want to learn and they don't want the rubber band, you can as well use this third method I'm showing you. Sixth method I'm going to be showing. The sixth method, I didn't say you should start using the sixth method doing the same braid when you're doing hair. Learn the sixth method as a beginner. Choose one of the method that is best for you to braid so that you can get conversant with your braid and get mastered to your braiding. So now we're going ahead to do the next one. This other method I'm going to be showing you is a method that is related to the rubber band method, but then no rubber band, no crochet. The reason why we said it's related to the rubber band is because the techniques that we are using to do other rubber band method, that's the techniques we use in doing this. But then you don't need the rubber band on this. Look at the hair, because I've been using this hair for several practicals. You see, I'm trying to close up the other one I highlighted before we took it off. So I've used this. This is the sixth time I'm completing this online when I'm teaching. So we used to complete it, then I'll show you how to end the tip, then we'll take it off, then we'll start all over again. That's how it goes. So now, if you want to join the classes, I have classes going on now. Go ahead and enroll for the beginners. You want me to pay attention to what you're doing, show me your work, monitor your progress, go ahead and look for the beginners class and enroll. When you click on my link where my page is, you see it, the stand store is there. If you know that the courses that are on the beginners class, that is where you lie on, go ahead and do that. If you know it's the intermediate class, go ahead and purchase for that. If you know it's the advanced class, go ahead and do that. Then I'll be able to see what you're doing, monitor your training up to where you get more advanced and professional. So now let's go ahead and do this third one. Now, note one thing, always remember to comb the hair you're going to install extension on. If you don't do that, it's going to break the hair. So always do that. I'm combing it now, even as I'm teaching with this. Good afternoon, ma'am. God bless you. Jenny Bess, you're welcome to the live. Thank you so much. If you're just joining, you're welcome to the live. Please, all you have to do for me is go ahead and share the videos to about 20 people on your platform. Go ahead and like it and go ahead and help us meet up the listing the goals. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channels. Thank you so much and God bless you for that. So now let's go ahead. We are going to split. Now that you've highlighted the hair vertically, you're going to go and split this hair into two. Look at it. Split this hair into two. When you split it into two, just leave it that way. Then you can go ahead and get your extension. Beginners, gather here. If you know that you don't know how to install extension, that is what I'm trying to show you, how to install your extensions. And it doesn't end when you install your extension. You still have to practice of how to increase your speed. Because if you're into braiding and you want to go for business into braiding to make money out of it, you have to increase your speed in braiding your hair. So after learning how to install this extension, you have to learn how to increase your speed as well. So now this is the extension we're using. I'm going to be splitting this extension into ratio 2:1. Let me take a little bit off. So now I will be splitting this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. If you split it, you notice what I'm saying. I'm not going to explain the reason why we do this at this point, but when we get to the natural and traditional method, I'm going to explain the reason why we split our extension like this when we're doing braids. So now go ahead and watch what I'm doing. Take this one that is 2 times bigger, look for somewhere and just hang it, put it aside. Then you now go ahead with this smaller part. Make sure they are on the same level. Because when you're putting it on the same length, it's going to help you to have a good finishing end. It's going to help you to have a good finishing end. Now you now go ahead, take this one in the middle. Look at it right in the middle. Place it right in the middle. When you place it right in the middle, this method we are doing is the third method related to the rubber band method, but we're not using rubber band on this, no crochet. All you're going to do is go ahead and do this. Then you now split this hair into 3. Split the natural hair into 3 and braid it down. All this method I'm teaching you here, they are very important to do here. Go ahead and see. There are most hair that you want to do. These are the method you're going to use in achieving them. So don't take these things for granted, because I'm teaching you 6 methods. These are related to the rubber band. Even if you're not a beginner, most of this method, when you're into hair, you come across this method in doing hair. So now you just braid it down a little bit. So when you braid this hair down a little bit, all you're going to do is bring this one down. So this method, when you use this method, because there's no crochet pin used, there is no rubber band used, it's going to be related to the natural and traditional method when we braid it. So go ahead and grab this extension that is 2 times bigger. What are you going to do? Hold it in the, make sure they are on the same size. Thank you so much. If you have not followed the account, follow the account. You're going to get notifications when I'm always live. So now you're going to go ahead and grab this. So when you grab this, you're going to hold it. This is my left hand. Let me position myself very well. This is my left hand. When you hold this one with your left hand, then you place this middle of the hair right here. So when you do that, you're going to secure it with your thumb and index finger on your left hand. If you're a right-handed person, you're going ahead now to start with your right hand to start braiding. If you're a left-handed person, just use your left hand to start braiding, because you're a left-handed person. But because I'm a right-handed person on this live, I'm going to use my right hand to start the braid. So now I'm going to go ahead, take this one from the right hand, bring it in to the left, from the right into the left. Then you go ahead, secure this one in the middle, hold it with your thumb and index finger. Take this one you have on your left hand, bring it into your right hand. Then you start braiding. Then you see how simple this method could be. The method is absolutely simple. And you see how beautiful this braid. Let me finish this braid. I'm going to show you. But all you have to do, if you don't know how to braid, I will not tell you at this point that, oh, start splitting the natural hair. If I tell you to start splitting the natural hair at this point, it's going to unravel. Please go ahead and start braiding this hair. All you have to do is that take this extension, cover the natural hair. Look at it. Make sure your extensions are covering the natural hair. All it will do is that it will make your braiding look very neat and more professional. So now let's go ahead and finish this braid. Let me braid it very fast. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. Share the video, please. Like the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channels. Now we have classes going on. If you know you want to join my classes, you want me to pay attention to what you're doing, go ahead and enroll for the classes, so that by the time we are in here, you'll be able to show me what you're doing. I'll be able to monitor your progress, unlike when we're online here. So now I'm going to finish braiding this hair, then I'll show you the root of this hair to show you that if you don't know how to do the natural and traditional method, you can quickly go and use this method. This method, good morning, God bless you, thank you so much, baby doll, God bless you, thank you so much for joining. So let's go ahead and braid this down. So when I braid this down to this point, I'm going to show you. Can you see the root of this hair? This method is no rubber band, no crochet. But then look at the root of this hair. It looks exactly like the natural and traditional method of how to install the braid. So this method, they are all good. The reason why I said learn the 6 method, go ahead and learn this 6 method I'm showing you. Then in the process of learning the 6 method, you're going to be familiar with one that you're going to choose for yourself. That, oh, I'm comfortable with this. I'm used to this one. I like using this method. Go ahead and pick that one method that will help you. Then you start using it to braid all the time. That is the reason. But the reason we are doing 6 method is for you to know the 6 method, and in the process of learning how to do hair, you're going to come across those 6 methods. Yes. So now we are going to go ahead now. We've done the first method. This method is related to the rubber band. These 3 methods I've done so far is related to the 3 method, rubber band method. The first one, we use the crochet pin to insert the first one. The next one, we don't need the crochet pin. The last one, we don't need the crochet pin. We don't need the rubber band. Can you see the 3? Yes. So now we are going to be moving. If you have any question, please go ahead and ask me the question, then before we can go ahead and do the natural and traditional method. This natural and traditional method is why we are doing these 3 methods, because most people find it very, very difficult to use that method. Most people find it very, very difficult to use this method. I have gotten the method. Thanks for your simple explanation and patience, my beautiful sister. Thank you so much, princess. Yes. Now, let's go ahead. We are going to be doing the natural and traditional method. So let's go ahead. I'm going to be splitting this method. If you're joining for the first time, you're highly welcome to the How Can I Rewatch This If I Wasn't Here From the Start? Okay, ask me a question, what you want me to do. I can repeat it for you. Go ahead, 108. Is it 108? There's no name on it. 108. Just go ahead and ask me a question. I've done this 3 method and there's some videos going on my page. Just go on my page where you see the picture, click on it. Almost all the videos I've been doing, they are there to watch. Yes, click on it. Where you see my picture, it's written GraceLawendhair tutorial. When you click on it, it's going to show you all the videos that we've been doing all this while. They are there. You can watch it from my page. So now all these methods are there. All the methods are there on the page, so you can go ahead and watch them. So if you want to do your practical at the point whereby I'm not live, then you can go ahead and watch those videos. It's going to give you support of how to go about it. So now let's go ahead and do the other method. I think this hair I've taken is a lot. Let me reduce it a bit. So while I'm explaining, if you're a new beginner and you want to braid hair, please don't go ahead and starting your braid very tiny. No, because you will get tired on the way. So if you want to start braiding hair, that is the reason why I've taught you the simple method of using rubber band to get into braiding. If you want to really get into braiding as a beginner, please section the hair about 30 or 40 to start with, so that you can be able to have that ability to finish it up. When you finish the hair up, then you can now, next time when you're doing the braiding, you can now add 10 or 20 to it. Because if you start the braiding so tiny this way, my dear, 3 days you have not finished, and you just at the point you just get tired that I can't do this. So I used to advise you online that if you're starting to braid or you're doing braids on your kids' hair, please start with about 30, split it into, section the hair into 30, then you start. The more you get into it, the better you become. Let me see what the explanation is. Good morning, my dear sister. Thank you for your kindness and patience to go over your. That is absolutely okay. It's very okay for me. It's good for the beginners because most people, they've already achieved their aim on this point, whereby they go ahead, do the method, they start doing their kids' hair already. Most of them are going into business. They've done, a lot of people have graduated in this class. The more we come every day, the more we meet new people. Those that have been here for like few months now, most people have gone, they've graduated. I never braided in my lifetime, but from your explanation, it's so easy. I have to participate. Yes, absolutely okay. When you try it once, princess, you're going to get it. That is the reason why I said go ahead and get your mannequin training head. If you have not bought it, you can get it quickly on TikTok shop. Just go ahead and put on the search button mannequin training head. Go ahead and purchase one. Then you buy some of the things that you need for training. 1 or 2 braids before you know it to get into braiding. So let's go ahead and do this method. This 3 method I'm going to be showing you is related to the natural and traditional method of how you can get into braiding. This method are the method that most people find very difficult. That is the reason I'm teaching the rubber band method. So now let's go ahead and do this one now. If you have any question while we are doing these practicals, if you have any questions for me to repeat them, please feel free and go ahead and put the comment, text it until repeat this number. We've done the first one, 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th one. I'm going to the 5th one later and then we'll do the 6th one. Then you will now tell me, oh, I didn't understand the first one. Repeat. Put it on the comment section. I'm going to go ahead and repeat it for you. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the extension. Most of us, while we are learning how to braid, some people find it very difficult to get out extension like this. I have this hair in bundle like this. It's easy for me because quickly I just notice the size I'm using. But most beginners, they find it very difficult to do that. What you're going to do before you start braiding at all, please section all the hair, put them in a rack or look for one place and put them. It's going to help you while you're doing the hair. So now this is my size. I'm using medium while I'm teaching you today. This might be your medium as well, or your medium might even be more than this. It doesn't really matter. But all that matters, hello, my beautiful sister from Grandma Scotch. Hey, Grandma Scotch, thank you so much for joining. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining. So now let's go ahead. This is it. You're going to hold this one. When you're holding this like this, this method is a method whereby we split it into 2. The reason why we split our hair into ratio 2:1, I'm going to explain to you right away. Look at this hair now. The one I have on my right hand is 2 times the one I have on my left hand, which on this life, I tell you, we split the extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that when I split this one into 2, it's going to be almost the same thing. The reason why we do that is that when you're doing hair, the smaller part, you cross it to the other bigger part. When you cross it and hold it together, it's going to give you the same strands of sizes. This strands of sizes will make your braid look more even. Do you understand? The reason why we have ratio 2:1 is that when you take the smaller part and you double it, it's going to give it the size. When you double the smaller part, it's going to give you one of those size, making your extensions to be more the same size. Then when you're braiding, your braid will look more even. Can you see it? Yeah, that is my challenge. Yes, okay. So now, thank you so much, Abi Design. Because for instance, if you go ahead now and sectioning this hair, take this one too smaller and put it here, you see that your braid is not going to be even. I have missed class for a long time. I traveled Scotland to Nigeria, just returned. You're welcome. Mama, grandma, most of the videos are there. Please, do you advise I use, let me see what, do you advise I use my kids' hair to practice, or I should use mannequin? My dear, please, use mannequin. Or Emmanuel Okoro, please go ahead and get a mannequin. Don't practice with your kids' hair. Only if you're using the rubber band method. Only, okay, let's give it an exception. An exception is that if you want to practice with your children's hair, use the rubber band method. I saw many of them yesterday, ma. Yes, thank you so much, ma. If you want to practice with your children's hair, use the rubber band method, because when you use the rubber band method, you've already secured the hair with the rubber band. You're not going to be pulling the child's hair. One exemption. But then if you're not going to be doing the rubber band method, you want to learn other method, please. Yeah, I have my mannequin now. Thank you so much, Abi Design. Thank you so much. Those classes that you've missed, go ahead and watch the video where you're doing practicals. You're going to see them there. Then you go ahead and start practicing. The more you practice, the better you become. You know, when we are doing braiding or you're doing hair, you do hair with your hands. I can be teaching you here for the next 10 years, and if you have not practicalized this with your hand, you're not going to know it. It's not a course, it's just the normal thing. Because now I'm showing you with my own hands. If you want to practicalize it, you have to go ahead and take your hands as well, practicalize it. Yes, that is when you know it. And the more you practicalize this with your hands, the more you have a self-taught. Self-taught is that the more you're doing that process, you're going to be teaching yourself how to do those things. For instance, this method you're going to do, taking this one, put it on this one and cross it. So when you cross it, it's going to look like this. I'm going to be doing the first method. Thank you so much and God bless you. No more. If you're joining for the first time, you're highly welcome. So this method I'm going to do from the natural and traditional method. Most professional, this is what they use. Go ahead and watch what I'm doing. So now you're going to take this. When you cross it, look at this way. Come here into this hand. This first method is this is very true. Practice makes perfect. Thank you so much, my darling. Yes, practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you become. For instance, I'm teaching you how to install extension. Doesn't mean that I will be a better braider than you. No. You might get into this braiding. When people see the braiding, they'll say, oh my God, your braid looks nice. Yes, it's because we all have different hands and talents and skills. So the only thing I'm telling you, I'm just telling you how to do it, but you have to do it yourself. So now let's go ahead and practicalize this one. This method is a natural and traditional method, the first one. So take this one like this, take the extension. When you hold this extension like this, go ahead and place the middle of the extension like this, holding it with your thumb and your index finger. This is my thumb and that's my index finger. What are you going to do next? You're going to take this one and wrap it round. Me, I say plaiting. Most people say wrap it round. You're just going to plait it like you're plaiting thread. This is the first one. You go again, the second one. When you go the second one, it's secured enough. Don't go too much. Take that one, put it here. Then you now go to your hands like this. Split this hair into two. When you split it into two like this, then you go ahead, start braiding. My dear, this method, they are very, very simple method to braid hair. Can you see what is going on here now? Very, very simple. This method I'm showing you, this is the natural and traditional method most professionals are using. So if you want to go ahead and use this method, go ahead and use it. So now, as we have gotten to this point, split this hair and give it to this one. And now, for any braids you're doing, make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Let's go ahead and do this. So now I'm covering it. You go ahead and start braiding. So it will help your braid look very neat and more professional. Can you see it? Now, the reason why I'm showing you, I love this method. Thank you so much, Jenny Best. There. That is why I'm doing the 6 methods. When you try it, Jenny Best said, I love this method. Jenny Best, go ahead and start using this method. Any of the method I've shown you, the 6 method, and you think you love this method, take that one method and start using it to braid. The more you braid, the more faster you become, because when you're braiding hair, you want to be fast, man, because at the end of the day, it will reduce your time. It will reduce your time. If you're a new beginner and you braid for 10 hours before, the more you go ahead and braid and the faster you become, it will reduce it to 6. From 6, you now start braiding that same hair for 4 hours. That is how it is. So if you have not followed the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and follow, go ahead and like, go ahead and share the videos and support this live. It takes a good heart to teach this class. Thank you so much and God bless you. Yes, really, it takes a good heart to teach how to braid. If you're not into braiding, you cannot come and be teaching braiding. It's just I have passion for this, how to do it. Please repeat the first and the second. Yes, let's finish this one first. So now I'm going to be braiding this one. Let's go ahead and finish braiding the. I'm going to show you the 6 method. By the time I show you all the 6 method, then we can now go ahead and do what? Do the repeats before we finish our class today. If you're here and you're interested in getting into my class, please go ahead, click on the link. You see the stand store. If you want to join the beginners class, go ahead and buy the course. Then we can now meet. You can meet me where I will be supporting you and know your progress of how you're going to braid. But then if you're still online here and you're quick to learn, go ahead and start learning while we're doing this. So let me quickly braid this and I'm going to show you the result of what we have gotten so far. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this live. I'm super excited to be here and I'm happy that good afternoon, man. This is my first time on your live. Thank you so much for joining. Share the live. Let other people know. Most people don't even know we are here. Yes, most people don't know we are here. That is the reason why I said when you come in, kindly share the live because you don't know who you're going to help. Most people are just at home on a maternity for 9 months doing nothing. They can learn a skill. Normally, we have braiding skill, we have makeup. It depends on up you. If you're the type that wants to learn braiding skill, go ahead and do that. And as a mother, braiding hair is very, very important, or doing hair is very, very important. Because even if you don't want to take it as a profession, but at the point of the day, you have children to maintain their hair. So you can go ahead and do that. So now, this is the hair we've braided now. This method is the first method related to the natural and traditional method. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this is the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just notice, I'm going to go ahead and show you the 5th and the 6th. Then you can now ask me which of the method you want me to show you. This first one is the one that we inserted with the crochet pin, rubber band method. This second one, we didn't use the crochet pin, rubber band method. This third one is the rubber band method, but then without the crochet pin and without the rubber band. Then this one is one of the natural method from the traditional and natural method, the one that you have to plait it or wrap it round. That is it. So the next one we're going to do is the method, natural and traditional method, that we use the hair, natural hair, to be the 3rd strand. If you have not seen that method before, most people, that is, they prefer using this method as well. So I'm not saying that if you have this 6 method, you should be using all the 6 method on the same hair braiding. No, learn the 6 method. Choose any of the method that is best suited for you, then you can go ahead and start braiding with that. Yes. So now you have your pin, your clip. Always use your clip to move the hair that you're not working with, because it's going to just help you to separate the hair you're working with from the ones you're not working with. So now go ahead and always comb the hair. You see the procedures, comb the hair. If you try this method and then do your braids, losing the braid, you find out that your hair will be growing nicely. You're not going to be losing your hair. Most people, when they want to install the braid, because the hair is tangled, and they just go ahead and start inserting extension into a tangled hair, my dear, please, it's not the right way to do braids. So now let's go ahead and take our extension. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this live. If you have not followed this account, what are you waiting for? Follow the account, because when I come in live, you're going to get a notification that Grace is live. You're just going to come in at the same time. So now let's go ahead and take our extension. This is the braid. This is the extension. I have it in bundle. Most of the beginners, they don't know how to grab this in like this. just go ahead and section this on the rack. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those that are liking the video. Thank you so much for those that are sharing. Let's give them this cheers. This one belongs to you. It belongs to you again. And that is for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you supporting this live. Please, let's go ahead and support this live. The best way to support the live is to share the video, like the video, support us. Look what we have on our gallery to meet up. Go ahead and you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much and God bless you. Why I'm Grace too. I'm in the hairstyle. Oh my God, the grace of God is upon our life. Oh, Mommy Grace, hairstylist, thank you so much for joining. Please go ahead and support the live. Thank you so much. And when you see the gifters, follow them, those that are gifting, because they will come to your life and support you as well. Thank you so much and God bless you. So now this is the extension we are going to be working with. Now with this method, you're not going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. This is the fifth method. With my fifth method, you're not going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. All you're going to do, I've already combed this head. Watch me as I demonstrate this method. So the next step you're going to do on this method, go ahead and hold this. Most of all, you hear me mentioning our thumb, index finger. You don't know what it is. Well, let me repeat it, because we use our hand to do our hair. This is the thumb. Thank you so much, Sandra or Higbe. Thank you so much to you. Thank you so much. Well done. God bless you. So this is our thumb. This is the index finger. This is the middle finger. This is the ring finger. And this is the little or pinky finger. These fingers, they all play vital roles when we're doing hair. Like especially this one, these two. Especially these two, the thumb and index finger, they play the most vital roles when you're doing hair. These other fingers are just the supporting finger. So the reason why I'm saying that you're going to get to know, because each time you hear me mentioning, I say, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. These two hands, they are doing a real important job when we are doing hair, braids or hair. So now you're going to go straight ahead now. Hold this natural hair with your right hand. This is my left hand, right? With your left hand, this is my left hand. Hold it. Then you now place this one, the extension on it. Because this method we are doing from the natural and traditional method is a method whereby the hair is the third strand. If the hair is not lengthy like this, you cannot use this method. If your hair is very short, please go ahead and use the rubber band method, or you use the natural and traditional method of how to install the braid. So now let's go ahead. This one now, you take this one from your right hand, bring it into your left. Then you go ahead and secure this hair. Push it to your right hand, secure it with your thumb and index finger. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right. You started braiding the hair already. Now, all you have to note with this method is that we are not going to continue to use this natural hair to start braiding. At this point, you're going to go ahead and split some of this hair right here. Watch me. Normally, most people do this method. Just borrow some of the hair from here, give it to the middle. Then take the hair again from this side, extension, give it to the middle. What you're going to do, then go ahead and start braiding.
Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Because this method is a natural and traditional method of braiding. At this point, we are going to be splitting the natural hair. Do you know the reason why when I was doing, yes, we are going to be splitting the natural hair. The reason why I didn't teach you how to split the natural hair from the beginning is that as a beginner, you're using the rubber band. But at this point, you're supposed to know what to do. Take this one, the natural hair, give it to this one. Then you braid a little bit. Go ahead and keep braiding. Then you come again on this other hair that doesn't have the natural hair. Come here and take some of the extension from here, natural hair, put it there. Then you can now go ahead and start braiding. But all you have to do is that make sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair. Can you see what I'm doing? All this method, take note of all those things. They're going to help you while you're getting into braiding. Yes, make sure you take note of all these things you're doing. So now you're going to do this. You see, while you're braiding, I've started braiding the hair. Can you see me? And my extensions are covering the natural hair. All it will do is that it will make your braids look very, very neat and more professional. The last video we did, most people will write on the comment section, oh, can you teach us how to add extension to the hair? Go ahead and watch the video. There are some videos I've sent in how to add extension to the hair. Like at this point, we'll find out that this one is longer than this. You can borrow some extension here. Borrow it a little bit. Then you can start doing your braids. Continue doing your braids. Can you see it? You go ahead and continue to do your braids. Thank you so much. If you have just followed the account, let's go ahead and share the videos. Share the videos for those that doesn't know that we are here, for them to notify them that we are here. Thank you so much. Follow the live. If you want to join my classes are going on. Go ahead and enroll. If you want Grace to monitor what you're doing, just go ahead and click on the link on the stand store. Purchase for the class, then we are going to meet there. Look at it. This is the second method. Second method, very, very secured. All this method, this is the first one I showed you. This is the second one. These three groups are the rubber band method. Then this one is related to natural and traditional method. You see the reason why I splitted. Hello sis, thank you so much. Just joining, just coming. You're welcome. So now we are going to go into the last one. When I do the last one, you can now ask me a question. Which one do you want me to repeat? You go ahead and let me know. Then I'm going to repeat it before we end the class. Normally, sometimes I come in the evenings now because most people in the evenings are really happy because at the point I used to do my classes daytime, 12 to 2 p.m. and the ones in the evening, they are missing. But during the holiday period, I came in the evening. They were so excited. They were so excited. So now let's go ahead and do the last method that is related to the natural and traditional method, which is the most used method. This method, watch me as I do this method. And when I'm doing this method, please go straight from the way I'm doing it. Walk straight to my hands. It's going to help you. This is the method that most people find very difficult before we start teaching all this method to get into braiding. This last method I'm going to do to you is the one that most people find very, very difficult as a beginner to get into braiding. But then if you can be able to do it, then if you can be able to do this, I'm going to show you now. Then you go ahead, grab these ones that you're not working with. Make sure you use the clip to hold on to it. Then you go ahead and comb this hair. Always comb the hair that you're working with. Look at it. It will make your hair grow very well, and you're not going to be losing your hair because braid is a protective style. Please, can you upload a video on how to part braiding, heart braiding? Heart braiding. You see how to part the hair, or what do you mean by that? Sis, can you upload a video on how to part? Okay, part the hair. Okay, that's fine. Okay, heart braiding. Okay, I'm going to check. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. Yes. So now this is the hair. We've combed it already. The next step you're going to do, go ahead and get your extension. This is the extension because I've been working with a medium extension on this live on how to part the hair. Thank you so much. I'm going to do that. And when I lose this hair, when I take this hair off, I'm going to upload a video. I'll use this mannequin to do that training. When I take this hair off, I'm going to use this one to do that. This video, this hair, if you want to learn how to do this hair, the video is there online there. Go ahead and watch it. It's very simple. Very, very simple method of how to do this hair. Go ahead and watch the video as well. So now this is the extension that we are going to be working with. And this method I'm going to show you now is the most used method and the most difficult method for the beginners and the most confusing method for some people, but then it's easy. The more you just look into my hands, you're going to get it. So now we are going to split this extension into ratio 2 to 1. The one I have on my right hand should always be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. Thank you so much, fabulous. God bless you. Please share the video, like the video. Let's move this like to 20k like. God bless you for that. As you're liking this video, may the Lord of heavens help provide for you, make way, and bless you. Whatever your desire is to support this live today. We're only here for 2 hours or even less than 2 hours, because when I finish this and the question comes on, then we are done for today. But if you want to go into the classes are going on now. Please, I want you to show a video on how to pick attachments before braiding This is my problem. Okay, sis. Now, Princess, have you registered for the class? You can go ahead and register for this class, but I have videos. If you're not registering for the class, go ahead and watch the video. How to pick extension, how to part extension. They are all in this video. We've done a lot. Just they have title to it. What I'm going to do now, because now I'm going to put the titles so that it will be easier. How to pass extension, how to pull extension. If you go on my bio very soon, you're going to just click on it to take you to the videos that you can be watching. Yes, I'm going to. I've only done 2 of them. How to do rubber band method and the other one. I'm going to make sure that you go and click onto it. But if you want to really know this hair, go ahead and register for the beginners class. You cover a lot with the beginners class. And the intermediate class is there, and the advanced class is there too. So now let's go ahead. We section this into ratio 2:1. We are going to split. The reason why we do ratio 2:1 is to make sure that our braid is even. Now, if I share this hair into 2, look at it. You're going to notice ratio 2:1, 2:1. 2 here, 1 here. That is the size you have to be using when you're doing your extensions. How can I register? Please click on the where the Grace is. You see a link. On that link is called Stand Store. When you click on that link, it will take you into the store. Then you go ahead and enroll for the course. Yes. First come, first serve. So now let's go ahead and put this one across. When you put it across, it's going to be like this. Now, when we are braiding, well, you're going to see that these 3 extensions now is even. So when I'm braiding the hair, it's going to make my braid look more even. Now you're going to do what? Go ahead and hold this extension on one hand. Did you see the way I just hold this extension on one hand? It's very easy for me. But then if I want to teach you now, it will take me about 1 minute. I have videos of where I've explained, but I'm going to explain to you now. In the sense whereby you want to practicalize this holding your extension on one hand, you're going to go into this account, look for how you can hold your extensions on one hand. The video is going to pop up. When you're doing your own, you just see the way I do it, but I'm going to explain it to you now. Now we have this one. This is my right hand, as you can see, and this is my left hand, as you can see. All you're going to do now, take your right hand, thumb and index finger, hold this extension. My left hand, thumb and index finger, hold on to this one. Then these 3 hands you're seeing are the supporting fingers. Hold it like this. So when you hold this, when you're holding your extension like this, don't make it wobble. When you wobbles, you're not going to get it. So when it's like this, very stiff and very tight, you're going to take this, your middle finger, place it on this one. Only the hands I'm moving is my right hand. You move your right hand. Then when you move your right hand, bring your index finger out of here. That is it. You're holding your extension on one hand to secure this extension. Can you see? So now, the next step you're going to do...
see you.
Then you're going to...
You see, something like that.
Then you're going to hold this extension with your left hand. And when you hold the natural hair with your left hand, you're going to place this on it. When you place it on it, come with your left hand, section this natural hair first. Watch my hands as I'm doing this one. Watch into my hair, because this is the method that most people find very, very difficult. Now, when you section this one, all you're going to do, grab this extension that is lying down here, bring it in here. When you bring it in, take your index finger, put it in between the hair and this extension. When you put it in between the hair and the extension, you release your right hand. Then you now go ahead. This is the part where most people have problem to secure it. Go ahead and now braid it. Secure it from the roots. Automatically, you see that when we are doing natural and traditional method, you automatically splitted the hair into 3. You see that you now flip your hands. With this method, you have to flip your hands. Now you now go ahead and start braiding. Always make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Can you see the natural hair there? Let the extensions be covering it. It will make your braid look neat and more professional. No, look at it. And the braids will last longer. If you're here, you have not followed the account, please go ahead and follow the account. And if you're here supporting, when you see the gifters, please follow the gifters, because they will come and support you when you're on your live. Thank you so much for yes. Can you understand it? Look at it. Very, very nice and neat. So let's go ahead and start braiding this hair. When I braid it down a little bit, I'm going to show you. Then you can now go ahead. Please do once again. Yes, that's fine. So you can now go ahead and ask me question. Then after the question, they will now take up which one we are going to repeat or not. So now this is it. I'm breaking it down. So this method I explained very good. Thank you so much and God bless you. I explained to you that even if you find this method very difficult, choose the last method from the rubber band method, which is no rubber band, no crochet pin. It's going to help you and they are going to look the same thing as this method I just did now. I'm going to show you the evidence. Let me finish braiding this hair. So the more you are into braiding, the faster you become, right? So now look at it. Natural and traditional method of how to do your braiding. Do you see how secure the braid is? Now look at this method and look at this third method, the one that you did from the rubber band method. No rubber band, no crochet on this one. Can you see the braids? So they look almost similar. So if you find it difficult to install the hair, you can still go ahead and use this method we use from the group of rubber band method to do it. It's still going to make your braid look the same. So let's go ahead. They said repeat this last one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and repeat this last one. You've been choosing. So now let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead to now split this extension and natural hair. Sorry about that. If you're joining me for the first time, do rubber band again, please. Okay, let me do the rubber band again. Which of the rubber band? Let's do it according to the number now, please. This first number, when you hear the numbers, write on the comment section, repeat this number. It will be easy for us. I prefer this natural traditional method. It is more preferable by me. Yes, that is what most professional uses, my dear. That is the intent why I'm here for you. You see the way I took it gradually. I want you to learn this, but I don't want to start with this one that will make you discouraged. So we have to start with something very simple. We'll move gradually into the natural and traditional method. So now this first one is this three group. This three group is the rubber band method. This three group is the natural and traditional method. Yeah, that's making it 6. So this first one, we use the crochet pin, which is this one, to insert the hair, then we start braiding. The next method, which is number 2, we use only the rubber band method to do this, then we start braiding. Then this last one that is related to this, we didn't use any rubber band, we didn't use crochet pin, we did this. Then this one, these 3 related to the natural and traditional method, we took the hair and plait it round, then we start braiding. Then this one, we use the hair as the third strand to start braiding. Then this one, we did it at the normal and natural traditional method of how to install hair. So now, somebody said, repeat the rubber band method. Which one do you want me to repeat from number 1, number 2, or number 3? Put it on the comment section, then we'll go ahead and repeat that method. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. Which of the method do you want me to repeat from the rubber band? Then we'll now go ahead and repeat this last one. I'll do it again. From number 2. Okay. Yes, okay, that's fine. So let's go ahead and repeat number 2. Then we'll go ahead and repeat this last one, which is the natural and traditional method. So watch me as I do this. Number 2 of it. The number 2 is that you use the rubber band to do it, but then you don't need the crochet pin on that one. So let's go ahead and clip this. When you're working, make sure that the hair that you're working with, you use the clip to move it on one side so that they will not be blocking what you're doing. So now let me use this one. This one is more preferable, so it will hold it more tighter. If you have not purchased for your training hair already, go into TikTok shop, type on the search button, mannequin training head, get it to practice. It will help you to be able to do a lot of things. Even if for those that are learning with their children hair, if you do your children hair once, that child is going to have the hair for 4 to 6 weeks. You're not going to be able to practice more styles. But if you have your training head, you can be able to practice often on your training head. So you need one of these. It will be a blessing for you when you just get one of this. So now let's go ahead and comb this head. Always comb the hair that you're going to be installing extension into. Always make sure it's nice and detangled. Remove all the tangleness in it. Make sure it's nice and detangled. So if you now go ahead, look at this one. This is the rubber band method, and this is the number 2 rubber band method. We now go ahead and split this hair into 2. When you section the hair you're working with, split it into 2. Can you see the way I splitted it? The next step you're going to do, go ahead and grab your extension. This is the extension. Mine, I'm taking a medium extension. When you're starting with your extension, the first extension you started with, make sure that it's the extension that you're going to finish all the hair with. Don't come and be taking the first one mini, the second one micro, the second one medium, the other one jumbo. No. Don't make a size riot when you're doing hair. Make sure that all the extensions are uniform. You see how uniform this one is? Because I'm using a medium extension, it makes my braid more uniform and neat. Yes, so you have to use that method. So now, what are we going to do? Now that I have my extension with me, we are going to split this extension into ratio 2:1. Ratio 2:1 means that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. If you want me to show you the evidence, you're just going to split it in 2 and see it. But at this point, we are going to take this one that is 2 times bigger, just put it on one side. Let me use this hand. Put it that place, leave it for now. You're now going into this one, make sure that you put them on the same length. The reason is that for you as a beginner, for you to have a good finishing hand, you'll not start borrowing hair. But as much as you're learning, you're going to know a lot of things. So now go into the middle, place this hair in the middle like this. When you place this hair in the middle, then you now go and grab your rubber band. Did you see this rubber band I'm using? The rubber band I'm using is a tiny bit of rubber band. They come in different colors. You might decide to use color. If you're doing a colored hair, it's absolutely okay, but black is preferable. So now with this rubber band, you see how tiny they are. Go ahead and grab one of it if you want to use one, if they don't snap. But normally on this life, I use 2. The reason why I use 2 is that sometimes when you're using one, you get snapped on the road when you're using it. So what you're going to do now is that go ahead and use this and cover it this way. Look at the smaller part of the extension in the middle. Pay attention to this. If you're following me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you're seeing me this year for the first time, you're highly welcome and Happy New Year to you. If you're joining me, this class is really a friendly class whereby you ask questions that are related to what we're doing. I'll go ahead and answer you. So now look at it. You go ahead and do this. If you're not following me in my other platform, what are you waiting for? I'm on the same name. I'm on YouTube and on TikTok as well, and I'm on Facebook. So go ahead and follow me on those accounts. Please, where can I get the headphone? Type on the TikTok search button, mannequin training head. It's going to pop out a lot of sellers. Choose anyone that you feel like buying from them. So now let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to secure this hair now with the rubber band. So when you secure this hair with the rubber band, can you see it? When you secure the hair with the rubber band in the middle, while the hair is in the middle, you go ahead and make sure you exhaust all your rubber band. The reason why we are going around with this rubber band is that the hair that we have parted is a little bit smaller. If you're doing your own, this rubber band, because how tiny it is, might go with that hair like 3 times, you stop. But because this hair I'm using for the practice is so tiny, so it allows to sit down to braid. It is allowed to sit down to. Is it allowed to sit down to braid? Yes, my dear. If maybe the chair you're using, if you have the adjustable chair, adjust the seat to the point whereby, and your own might be higher. But the only thing about braiding hair, when you're sitting down too much, it makes you become slow, because when you're standing up, but if you know that you're not fit enough to stand up, please look for a chair that is a bit higher than the one that the client is sitting down on. So you will be sitting down comfortably and braiding the hair. That is it. But then for me, that is why when I'm teaching, I say always protect your back so that you won't hurt your back while you're braiding. For me, I stand to braid. I don't sit to braid, except maybe if it's a child that will just sit down, then I will sit on the higher seat and start doing the hair. But then when you're standing up, sometimes it makes the braid faster. It makes it faster. But when you're sitting down comfortably, because when the braid is long, instead of you pulling it and standing up and doing it faster, you just be there moving the chair. And if you're sitting down, according to the question, always sit down with a chair that is movable. In case you want to move, you just slide the chair with your body as you're sitting down back to be able to continue your braiding. So by the way, at least with that question, most people will still learn from it. So now, bring this hair down. This method we are doing is a rubber band method. This is the second method related on the rubber band method. Okay, I forgot to do this. Now that you have secured the rubber band, the next thing that you're going to do, split this hair into two, pull it on both sides, not too tight, because the more you pull this hair on both sides, it's going to make the root secured. Secure it, but not too tight, because the more you pull it, it's going to be too tight. Don't make it too tight. Now the rubber band has already done the job for you by securing the hair to the root, so you now can now go ahead and start braiding the hair. That is the reason why I said, as a beginner, please try and use the rubber band method to get into braiding. If you find it very difficult to do natural and traditional method, don't waste your time. Go ahead and use the rubber band method. Especially this one I'm doing is very, very easy. Even for children that cries a lot for hair, try and use the rubber band and do their hair. They will sit down comfortably until you finish that hair. So now this is my left hand. This is my left hand. Then I'm now grabbing this hair that we are going to braid with my left hand. Come in the middle of this. Make sure that the extensions are in the same size. Take the middle, place it right here. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger. So when you hold it with your thumb and your index finger, what is the next thing? If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start braiding straight away with your left hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm not taking my right hand to start braiding. Take your right hand, bring it in to your left. Then you now take this one, grab it, push it to the side, hold it with your thumb and index finger. If you have your left hand, bring it in to the right. Then you start braiding. You see how simple this method is? Very, very simple method. When you are doing this method, please, normally you have the natural hair in the middle. At this point, because you're a beginner, or if you know you're confident enough that it won't unravel, split the natural hair to other extensions at this point. But if you're not confident, please don't bother. What you're going to do, leave the natural hair in the middle, because when we are doing rubber band method, the natural hair stays in the middle. Just go ahead and use your extensions to cover it and start braiding. And start braiding until you get mastered to doing hair. If you get mastered to doing hair and you know that you're securing it, it's not going to unravel, that's when you will now split your natural hair into other extensions. So at this point, look at what I'm doing. Now I'm using the extension to cover the hair. If you come to that point whereby they are not covering it, just adjust it and cover it with your natural hair. The reason is that look at the color of hair shade we are using. We are using a color 4 brown shaded. This is the extension, the natural hair, and the extension is like a brownish reddish color. Now you're not seeing this, you're not seeing all this one on top of it. All it does is that because you're using your extension to cover the natural hair, it will make your braid last longer. It will make your braid look more professional and neat. So when people see that braiding, they'll say, oh my God, you're braiding this hair as if you're not a beginner because you're following the method of how to braid. So when you follow this method, how to braid, it's going to help you a lot. When you do your braid, it's going to look more neater like a professional. Yes, the reason is that now I'm teaching you how to install the braid. Doesn't mean that my braids will be better than your own. No, I'm only giving you a guideline of how you can go into it. But then at the end of the day, your braids might be even nicer than mine because we all have different hands. Do you understand? It's just like when you're cooking. When you bring the same ingredient now that everybody should cook with that, they will taste different. It's because we all have different hands. It's the same thing as braiding. When you start it now, the braids will look different in a way that we are doing the same thing. You teach very well. Thank you so much and God bless you for that. So at the end of the day, look at it. Beautiful rubber band method, well secured. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and start using this method and start practicing your speed, because you need speed into braiding. If you want to go into braiding as a professional, you need your speed. There's money in doing braids. I'm telling you the fact. For those people, there are some places that they charge very much. It depends on your price. You place your price and you're comfortable with it. Now I'm going to tell you something. As a braider, don't underprice yourself, because at the end of the day, you just say, okay, I want to do this braid. They say they are paying you this. When you're doing it and you're angry about it, no. Place your price according to your worth, what you're doing. Do it. Anybody that will come and pay for it, they will come to pay for it. Because sometimes you will charge somebody at the end of the day, in your mind, you say, oh, this braid I'm doing, it's taking me too long and I'm even tired. And the money you charge for it, you're not happy. Don't do that. Always make sure that you get money that fits what you're doing. Yes, that worth it, and you're happy with it. So that when you're doing the hair will look nice, because your hair is going to be your complimentary card. It's going to speak for you when you're not there. Your handwork should always be your complimentary card. When you're not there, your handwork will speak for you. But then if you say, okay, because this person paid me less, you're not going to do this hair very well, my dear, as a braider in Liverpool, I testify to this. Thank you so much, my love. Because most people, when they come, they'll say, I want to pay you little money. They don't know what it takes to braid. You stand for about 7 or 8 hours, they are underpaying you. And if you're not happy with that price, don't do it, because your mind is not happy. You'll not be happy to do the hair. If you charge what is best for you, you'll be having real happiness to do your braid. Now, when you see your handwork, when people goes outside, they say, oh, who did your hair? Please, can I have the number? Meaning that your handwork is speaking for you. So what you want doing, do it very well. Anything you're doing, or how do they say it? At least I've said it. Anything you're doing, whatever your hand finds to do, and you're a professional with it, do it very well. Very, very well, because it's going to be a complimentary card for you. So now, let's go into the last method. This method I just taught now is the rubber band method of how to get into braiding. Simple. They are okay, but then it's not going to break your hair as well. Because most people, the question they will ask me now is that, what if you start breaking your hair? When you're taking this method of, take your normal braids the way you have to take it. When it gets to that rubber band, just snap it a little bit and take it from the roots. Don't pull it. When you pull it towards your hair, it's going to break your hair, because that rubber band is going to be dragging your natural hair. But then if you take it out from the roots, it's not going, okay, yes, I want this. I will buy next week on Friday. So where are you from? Busy in store. Where from? Buy in store. Okay, go ahead. If you want the training head, go ahead and put it on the mannequin. What is it called? On TikTok, search button. Go on the search button. Say, I want to mannequin training head. It's going to pop out a lot of sellers. There are a lot of sellers there. Then you go ahead and buy it. If this TikTok shop is not yet in your location, please go ahead and look. Type it on the Google map. Put it on the Google map. It's going to bring you any store that sells it towards your location. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do the last method. The last method from this, which is the number 6, is the natural and traditional method. So let's go ahead and tap, move this like to 20k like. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and support this live by subscribing, by tapping, sharing the video, liking the video. Let people know. You don't know who you're going to help. By sharing this video, you see that most people, they come here to learn something. You need a hand. Even if you're a president, as a mother, especially mothers, you need these skills. You need a little bit of these skills to help your children to maintain their hair. For instance, maybe when the braider or the stylist doesn't have time for you, or the appointment is fully booked, please go ahead and do something. I'm not saying you shouldn't patronize braiders, because there are some points you cannot do that style. You have to go to the braiders. But we are learning little that will help you at the point whereby you call a braider, they will say, oh, I'm fully booked for this week. That child is not going to take that hair to school like that. No. As a mother, you need to do something. So this is the reason why most categories that are here are mothers. The most categories that are learning here are those that want to go into braiding. Most categories that are here are those that want to do their hair by themselves. Most categories that are here are students that want to learn how to braid. So go ahead and learn it very, very well. So now let's go into the last method I'm going to be showing you, which is the natural and traditional method. This is the method that most people find very, very difficult to install the hair. So let's do it once more again. It's a repeat. Then we can now bring up. Oh yes, okay, thank you so much. So now let's go ahead and take it like this. This is it. Bring this other one you're not working with. When you're purchasing your materials for hair, get a clip for yourself as well. You need clips. You need clips, because while you're doing it, you don't want the hair to like be joining to what you're doing. So now get your clip. They are very cheap. Couple of feet is like £1. You have about 10 of it or 15 of it on it. So now just hold it. Then you go ahead and do what? Brush, always comb the hair out before you install your extension. Always make sure the hair is combed out before you install your extension. So let's go ahead and do this. So the next step you're going to take is that go ahead and grab your extension. Classes are going on. If you're really interested in my class, I'm still going to place another video on it for people to just go ahead and click on the link and register. If you want me to monitor what you're doing and okay, thinking that what I'm showing online is not enough for you, you want to learn further, please go ahead and enroll on the classes. We have the beginners class, we have the intermediate class, and we have the advanced classes. Click on where you see my picture, it's going to see, you see a link that is like a stand store. When you click on it, it will take you straight into where you can purchase for the classes. Read what the classes are. If it's something that you want that beginners, go for it. If it's the intermediate, go for it. If it's the advanced, you go for it. Thank you so much and God bless you all. Let's give cheers to everybody supporting this live. I really appreciate everyone for this live. For the 2 hours that we are going to stay, you make sure that the live is more working and is effective. Let's move the like to 20k like, please. 20k like. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You have any question, go ahead and let me know what question you have. So now we are going to be splitting this hair, taking the extension, my medium extension. Can you see it? What did you notice while I'm doing this hair? All you notice is that all the extensions I'm taking now, they are all equal sizes. It's not the extension that matters as a beginner. Now, if you want to make your braids go faster, it's the hair that you have to add on to, not the extension. Most people think that, oh, if you add more extension to the this, it's going to make the hair go faster. No. If you want the hair to go faster, it's the hair that you have to increase. Yes. So all this method, there are some things I'm not going to teach online here. Those teachings are for those that are enrolling for class. Techniques of how you can get into braiding, techniques of how you can finish up braiding early. Those ones are for those ones in the class. These ones, let's go ahead and do what we're doing. So now we are going to split this hair into ratio 2:1. When you split this hair into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. Look at it. Then if you want to prove it now, let's share it. Ratio 2:1. So at this point, we're going to be crossing this hair. Most people, there's a lot of videos that I've done. For those that have missed my class and you're seeing me for the first time, click on my picture there where you see GraceLawendhair. Go into the page. You see the videos. A lot of videos are there for you to watch. If you want to do your practice when I'm not live and you think, oh, hey, how I've seen this girl do this thing. How will I see it? Go into the video is to see the titles on it, how to do the rubber band, how to do this, how to do the titles are there. You click on the videos, then you go ahead and watch it while you're doing your practicals. Now, this is a natural method, the most used method and the most confusing method for beginners and the most method that people will think, oh, this is really difficult, but it's not. If you just look into it, it will get master into your hand. Before you know it, you get it. Now I'm going to be holding this extension on one hand. Can you see the way I hold it? For you to be fast in doing braids using this method, learn to hold your extensions on one hand. Where is my location? I'm in the United Kingdom, UK, Manchester to be precise. So now holding your extensions on one hand is like this. You make it faster. I will teach you now how to hold this extension on one hand, really, because it will make the hair very, very fast when you're installing it. So now we have our extension like this. You now go ahead, take the little one, cross it to the other bigger one, cross it this way. So when you cross it this way, it's going to look like this. This is my right hand. Thumb and index finger will hold onto this one. This is my left hand. Thumb and index finger will hold onto this. Then this is the supporting finger on my left hand. Go ahead and place this one there. When you place it there, please, if it's wobbling like this, you're not going to get it. Make it, secure it. When you're holding it, pull it to the point whereby it's firm. Let's use that word. It's firm. So when it's firm like this, you're going to take this, your middle finger, place it on this one like this, Then my right hand is going to be the hand I'm turning. I'm not turning my left hand. Watch it. When I turn my right hand, I'll now bring my index finger out from this. it will not make you hold your extension on one hand before you install the braids. So now let's go ahead and install this braid. This is the natural and traditional method of good day. Good job, my sister. Thank you so much, Missy. Most people, they don't know how to hold extension on one hand like this. So now we'll now go ahead and install the hair. This is the hair we are going to be working in. I've already brushed this hair, combed it. So now when you're holding your extension on one hand, go ahead and open your thumb and index finger a bit. Just hold it like this. When you hold it like this, give gap into all this hair. Then you now release your left hand. Section this left hair. Look at it. Take it like this with your hands. Grab this one on top of it. Bring it like this. See my index finger with my left hand. Place it in between the natural hair and this extension like this. Split it into two. Can you please repeat the holding of the hair? Let me finish this one. So now I have the video anyway. You can go ahead, because before you know how to do this, you have to have your own extension. While you're watching me, you're doing it yourself. So now let's go ahead and secure this hair. Now you go ahead and secure the root of this hair. You start braiding. Make sure that it's secured but not too tight. So when you secure it like this, you're going to flip your hands. Look at it. At this point, I'm holding it with one hand. I'm going to flip this hair like this, because you're not going to continue to braid this hair. You flip it this way. When you flip it, you now start braiding. Position yourself. Now, what did you notice now? When you're doing the natural and traditional method, it automatically splits this hair into three. Natural hair has already gone into all the extension. Then you start braiding. But all you have to do for me is that make sure that your extensions are always covering your natural hair. It's called tucking in your natural hair in. Then you now braid. What it will do to your braid is that it will make your braid look very neat. Do you see the reason why I use colored hair to teach? I use colored hair to teach in order for it will help you to be able to identify the difference between the natural hair and the colored hair. So it will help you to learn how to tuck in your extension. So when you want to learn and buy your extension, buy a colored extension. It will help you to be able to tuck in your natural hair, because you'll be seeing what you're doing. But if you buy a color that is similar to each other to learn, you will not know the difference. So at the end of the day, if you learn with a colored hair, knowing how to tuck in your extension is going to help you while you're using the similar color. Again, look at it. All this is that it will make this extension, this braid, look very neat. Can you see how neat the braid is? And the braid will last longer, because if your natural hair is always popping out on your braid, the hair doesn't look neat again. Within 1 week, you see the hair is getting old. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Aqua, thank you so much, and God bless you. Let me go ahead and finish braiding this. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, please. If you have not followed, what are you waiting for? You are a good teacher. Thank you, my love. Follow the live. If you want to come into my class, apart from these free lessons, please go and enroll into my class. Then you know more things. There are some things I will not say online here, because if you're into the class, you're going to learn a lot of things. So if you want the beginners class, go ahead and enroll for it. I'm going to go click on the link. Click on that link where my picture is. You'll see a stand store there. When you click on the stand store, it will take you into the courses. There you see the beginners class. There you see the intermediate class. There you see the advanced class. Read the courses there and know where you belong. Things that you don't know, you purchase for it. So now, this is it. Can everybody see it? Very, very nice and secured. Natural and traditional method. Can you see it? Let me give you instance. Let me start inviting up. Then we have like a few minutes to go now, because I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to get the kids up school. So now I'm going to invite you while I do that, holding the extension on one hand. There was a day, one of the students online here, he just said, oh, Grace, I have my extension with me. Let me go ahead and do it. I should be doing it while she did it, and she got it. She installed the natural and traditional, not now, method at that point. Let's have a few minutes, like 10 minutes to discuss, then before I'll start going to get my children from school. They're in the primary school. Okay, so if you want to come up, that is absolutely fine. But if not, I'm going to explain from here, because most people just accept the invitation. If you have any question, if you have anything to ask me at this point, you can just come in and ask me the question. So now I'm going to let me increase my own view. That's it. So I'm going to, while we are here, if you have any question, let me know. I'm going to show you how you can hold the extension on one hand, because that's the question that is going on. Then we'll call it a day. If you in the evenings, I come sometimes. Maybe tomorrow we're going to come in the evening. Maybe tomorrow you're going to come in. I will now start interchanging it. Sometimes I'll come in the morning and afternoon, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Some days I'll come in the evenings. So let me accept this. So if you have any question for me, go ahead and tell me. If you have any contribution, it might not be question. If you have any observation, let's go ahead and do this. Yes. So now this is the extension for the student that just asked me now. For the Amma, do you have anything to tell us?
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
I'm okay. Thank you so much.
It's morning here. I know.
It's absolutely okay. That is why whenever you see me come online, I will greet morning, afternoon, and evening. Most people don't understand because the regions are different. Our afternoon here is morning, some is night over there. So you just do the greetings. Anyone that belongs to you, take it.
How is everyone doing?
Everybody's fine. Thank you so much for coming.
We thank God. Thank you for the good work.
Thank you so much.
I just got in and I think I'm late today.
Oh.
And yeah, I just saw you teaching about tacking in, and is there a way you can maybe go over again, please?
Yeah, it's because of the time today. We're just going because I have so many things to do. Like when I stop this live now, I'm going to get the kids from school, quickly go and get them.
Know.
Yes, but at the point, you're not missing too much, because if you follow this account, when next we are class, we're going to repeat all this method again.
I did follow the last time, but I was late. I had to put my kids in the bus stop. You know, it's morning here. US is like 8 o'clock. So I had to take the kids to the bus stop. I just came back.
Well, it's not absolutely okay. Tomorrow I'm going to be coming in the evening. I don't know what time that evening will be on your side, but maybe around 5 to 7.
Yeah, okay. You know, you guys are ahead of us, so it's just something.
So what time is your time at this? What time will be your time? Like 5 o'clock. What time will be your 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock, what, AM or PM?
Okay, you still have time now. The kids are not finished school from there. You can still.
No, they just went to school. They just got on the bus.
And that's what I'm saying. That if I come, maybe for instance, doing 5 p.m., it's still going to be favorable to you because you have some like 1 hour or 2 hours before picking the kids from school.
Okay, what is the time now?
Now it's about 10 to 2.
Okay, so 5 is okay. So 5.
So when I'm coming 5, you can join the evening classes as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So 5 will be fine.
Yes, that is the reason why I consider, because this time difference is making some people not to join the class.
I know.
Yes.
I know. Because I just waked up and I had to get the kids ready for school and all that. I just came back.
Yes, absolutely. So, okay. But another thing I have to say is that the videos are there. When you click on my page now, you see the videos of all these things I'm teaching. I push them there to the videos. So if for instance you want to do your practicals, you just go ahead and watch the videos while you're doing it. It's just going to give you clue. But when I'm live, it's good because you see me doing it. It gives you that confidence that you can be able to do it as well.
Yes.
So yes. So let's do this one because at this point somebody was asking me. Let's finish talking, then I'll just show you how you can hold your extension on one hand. Then we'll finish the class. Thank you so much for contributing. So now I'm going to give you cheers for that. That one is for you for asking your questions and contributing. You're welcome to the class. Thank you. So let's go ahead. Body, I can't see the remaining name, but when I say body, it's you. Please go ahead, ma'am. Do you have any contributions for us, please? Let me see what the name. Okay, no. Okay, it's not showing anything, right? Okay, let's go ahead on is this Sheena? Sheena, please, do you have anything to say? Please show us once. Then go pick. I'm going to show you. Don't worry. I'm going to show you. What's her name? Lutura. I'm going to show you how to hold extension on one hand. So let me go ahead and do that. If you don't have any question, but if you have, you can open your mic and let me know. So now this is the extension you're working with. Before you can do this, you have to have your own extensions as well. If you are watching me, the videos are sent in. If you're watching me do this, go ahead, grab your extension as well. When I say hold this, practicalize it, you get it. A student did it online. She was just there on the background while I'm showing her. She just grabbed it and she installed the hair. So it's good to have to hold your extension on one hand if you're doing this method. You're going to split this extension. This is a medium extension. Split it into two. Into two that you're going to split it into. You're splitting it into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right side should be 2 times the one you have. If I share this one into 2, now you understand it. So anytime you're doing your braids, always make sure that you section it into ratio 2:1. Look at it. The one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on the left hand. So you now go ahead and cross this extension to both of them. So when you cross it, all it will do is that, look at it. When you cross it into 2, this one that is the smaller part of it, when you join it together, it gives you, make it even to the bigger part of it for one section. Look at it. Makes your strands of extension to be equal. Good afternoon, Auntie. How are you doing? And family. Auntie, I will join your evening program. Okay, that's fine. Today, maybe tomorrow I'll be at 5 o'clock. Not today. Tomorrow we'll come in 5 o'clock. Today, Wednesdays like this, we'll do mornings on Wednesdays. Afternoon, like 12 p.m. So now let's be interchanging it so that if you miss the class in the morning, you can be able to join in the evening sometimes as well. So now this is the extension. All you're going to do, this is my hand. Let me explain it, because most people, this is the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little or pinky finger. We use our hands to do hair. So when you hear me mentioning thumb and index finger, you know what it means. Now we are going to hold this one. This is my right hand here. Take your right hand, hold this extension with your thumb and index finger like this. Look at it. The smaller part, you hold it with your thumb and index finger. Then the other one, this first one, you hold it with your thumb and index finger. You see this other one, these 3 supporting fingers, put it there. When you put it there like this, look at it. Look at it. Look my hand. Put it and you just hold it this way. It will now give you that grip. When you have this grip like this, if you wobble it, it's not going to work. But just make it, give it that grip like this that is a bit firm. Then you now bring your middle finger from your right hand. At this point, it's only my right hand I'll be turning. I'm not turning my left hand. Look at my left hand is firm, holding this hair. Place this hand now on top of it. Then you now move your right hand. Bring your index finger out of this one. Look at it. When you bring your index finger out of this one, this is it. Are you coming in the evening? I'm at work now. I'm not coming today. It has to be tomorrow, please. When you come in the evening, I have little ones to attend to. So tomorrow we're doing evening. Just get ready. 5 o'clock. When I bring them from school, I'm going to do 5 in the evening tomorrow. So just get ready. Look at the extension, holding it on one hand. So when you hold your extension on one hand, you're now going to start installing the hair, which we're not going to do now. If you just miss the class, do not worry. We have classes tomorrow. Then on Friday, I'm going to do morning or 12 p.m. on Friday. Let's be interchanging it like that. But then if you want to fully know these things, go ahead and enroll for the classes. When you enroll for the classes, when I'm live here, the class is just very, very affordable, half price. Then you go ahead, you're going to learn a lot of these things. I'm going to monitor what you're doing. Good evening. Okay, good morning from your side. Thank you so much. So now that is how you can hold your extension on one hand. Then you now install your braid. But then the videos are there if you want to practice it. It's very important. If you want to do braids, it will help you. Now, the explanation takes more time, but then if you know how to do it, it doesn't take time. See what I've just done now. Just hold, that's it. My explanation for you to know how to do this take more than 1 minute, but then if you're used to it, it will just be like, it won't take you any minute to start installing hair. It's very good to hold your extension on one hand when you're installing your braid. Most people, they do it like this. Me, I'm not used to that anyway. It works for them. But if you know how to do that and it works for you, please go ahead and continue to use it. But for me, if you want to be faster when you're doing braid, my dear, you just hold this. Before you know it, you install the hair and start braiding immediately. So thank you. If you have any question, body shop, if you have something to say, let me know. Or Shinia, Mommy Shinia, if you have something to say, let me know. But if not, we're going to be calling this class a day today. I really appreciate everyone that have supported this live up till now. If you have not subscribed to the account, go ahead and subscribe to the account to support the live. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow. In case I'm here live, you're going to get notification. You can even press on the notification button. It will definitely notify you that I'm live so that you can join the classes. I have classes going on. If you want me to monitor what you're doing, stage by stage, I'm going to teach everything in those classes, beginners classes. You're going to be able to do a lot of things. I assure you, when I have my eyes on you, you know that it's a different thing altogether than me coming on live here to teach you. I teach you, and I'm appreciating everyone. If you're here live, learn what you have to learn, because if you're coming into the class as well, it's going to help you to be faster in going into moving step ahead into other courses. So now, thank you so much, and God bless you. If you don't have any other question, we'll call this live today. We'll end it for today. Then tomorrow we are back. So let's do it that way. Thank you, and God bless you all for joining the class. Follow and share the videos. If you know, even after the live, you're still going to help people by sharing, because most people want to learn these skills. They don't know we're here. Go ahead and do that. You start from the braiding. When you start from the braiding, gradually move into very, very important. If you know how to do braiding, other hair will not be difficult for you. I give you 85%. Leave the 15% for others. It will not be difficult for you because your hands is used to doing all these ones. It's going to be easy for you to get into other hair. So thank you so much, very much, and God bless you. My name remains Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair, as you can see. If you have not followed me, I have other social media platforms. I have my YouTube there. I have my Facebook. When you type GraceLawendhair, it's going to pop up. Then you just follow me on my platform, because sometimes you see me in different platforms. Thank you so much, and God bless you for joining today. Bye, and see you again. I'm going to be dropping us down, because now I don't want you to lose the coins you just gathered here at this point, so that you won't lose it. I'll disconnect it for you. And now, thank you. Let me end it. Then tomorrow, join the class tomorrow by 5 p.m. Tomorrow, I'll be meeting you there by 5 p.m. in this one. Then this one. Disconnect in this one. Okay, now, so we are going to end this live now. Bye, everyone, and see you. Have a good afternoon. If it's morning, have a good morning. If it's day, have a good day. Bye. Thank you so very much, and God bless you, YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Do you teach one-on-one? Yeah, there's a link there. Just go into my live. Somebody's asking Divgota Lucia. The link is just there. Go on the description, you see the link, click on it to take you to the stand store where you purchase for the course, and I'm going to meet you there. It's more than 400k. So I didn't understand that, but thank you so much, and God bless you for that. Thank you. So I'll see you on my next class tomorrow. I think we'll be coming out in the evening. So subscribe to the channel. I think it's going to give you a notification that I'm live. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye, everyone.